being slow. Hi, welcome to Around the Root. Welcome.
Good morning, Bitterroot Valley. Good morning.
Good morning. It looks like we're kind of at the same place today, outside.
Yep, at Sapphire Lutheran Homes. And, not only is the outdoor air nice and fresh, my breath is fresh because I chewed a piece of gum. I did spit it out, though, because I know Barbara Liss is watching, and she's already been critical about that. And then, Dawn, I know you did a deodorant check before the show, so we are fresh. We're smelling good. We're not going to be having any offensive odors.
Yes, we're ready to go.
Yeah, just offensive comments.
Just offensive
What
comments.
is the chamber doing this week? What do you guys have going on?
I think you know what we're doing this week. We have an exciting event coming on with Sapphire Lutheran Homes.
That's right. We have our ribbon cutting and our grand reopening of the manor. The manor is one of our subsidized housing projects. It's a 60-unit apartment building for low-income seniors. And we just did an enormous remodel to the entire building. And so we'd like to invite everyone down this Thursday at noon for the ribbon cutting. And we're going to have a lot of dignitaries speak there. And we're going to have hot dogs and watermelon and chips and water. So the lunch is free. So I'm sure Andrew Killian will be there.
Oh, good. Better. Yeah,
he never misses a free lunch. And so we're at 401 North 10th Street. We're just right on the corner of 10th and Pine, right north of Bitterroot Health Daily Hospital's emergency room. And is Jody coming to bring the scissors and the ribbon?
I think she'll be there. Well,
does she have a prepared speech? Because I emailed her and they want her to have 3 minutes of conversation.
She is definitely not prepared for that, but she's really great at winging it. So
okay, well, she's gonna have to wing it. So no, she doesn't have to do 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah, she will wing it. Summer concerts are coming up at Sapphire. Starts June 12th and then runs the next 5 Fridays. We have Tightline. We have River City Rhythm. We have J&A's Variety Show, Beach Boys tribute, and an Elton John tribute. Those are free. Free popcorn this year. We've got free ice cream, raffles, food trucks, ponies, bounce house. There's a pony you can ride this year, so you're going to want to let Steve know that because I know he's into bucking horses. And so
only if you bring the cowboy hat.
I'll bring him one. If he rides the pony, I will bring him one. So. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I know other people have fun things. Who's our first guest?
Well, let me just mention that one thing that the chamber does have going on June 10th is North Valley Connections at the Stevensville Senior Center from 5 to 6 p.m. June 10th, 100 Mission Street in Stevensville for that one.
Do you have to register or just show up?
Nope, you just show up. So our first guest today was going to be the Bitterroot Land Trust, Stephanie from the Bitterroot Land Trust, but she had something come up and she couldn't make it. So we're going to just mention that for her. They have the third annual Burnt Fork Poker Ride going on May 30th at 10 a.m. at 1196 Middle Burnt Fork Road in Stevensville. And I think we have a QR code up there for that one too.
Okay.
So for more information, just scan that QR code and
do we know if it's like motorcycles or cars or bicycles? Like, what are we riding in this poker ride?
That's a good question.
All right.
I assumed horses, but it might not be. I'm sure Jody will put it in there for us. Let us know. If you know, put it in the comments if you're watching.
Yeah, we'd like to know how you ride.
Motorcycles, bikes, horses. See what Jody says. Bikes. Oh, bikes and motorcycles.
That's Bitterroot Land Trust. Who's our first live guest?
Yeah, so our first live guest is Victoria Meralda with the Sheriff's Department and the Veterans Victory Alliance. Welcome, Victoria.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, Victoria. Good morning.
Thanks for having me on.
You're
Excited to
welcome.
share. Yeah, we've got a great day also planned for Saturday, the 30th. I know it's that time where there's all kinds of great things happening in the valley. I work for the Ravalli County Sheriff's Office. I'm the community care coordinator, and I'm an Army veteran. And in that capacity, Sheriff Holton, through our County Behavioral Health Coalition, um, love the idea of hosting and sponsoring, making happen our first Bitterroot Valley Veterans Resource Fair. As you probably know, Montana struggles with sadly, our suicide rates. We're always in the top, oh, 1 to 3, and our veterans are almost twice as likely to end their lives. And so we are sponsored. My job is sponsored through the Montana Crisis Diversion Grant, and so my job is to help get people connected to resources. And since we have so many veterans in our valley, we felt it was time to bring everybody together and not only celebrate our veterans, but address some resources that could help them. So, whether it's on the healthcare side, mental health, physical health, or on the employment side, because employment is a huge factor of encouraging people, giving them a sense of purpose, belonging to a tribe, and folks who check in on them every day and say, hey, John, how you doing today? Or you doing all right? And
Right.
so the fair is Saturday. It's May 30th, 9 to 3 at the event centers. The commissioners supported us in this quest, and we'll be doing a special recognition of a lady in this valley who takes care of our veterans with just a tremendous amount of heart. We'll be honoring our Vietnam veterans there by name, and we'll be documenting them with photos, black and white photography, thanks to First Responder Photography. And we have a lot of sponsors who chipped in, small businesses and some large alike, to help make sure every veteran will have a free lunch. And so we'll have Calamity Coffee there, Meandering Moose, and the Masons will be doing some pulled pork sandwiches and all. And we'll feed everybody, celebrate, and get them connected in, plugged in. And at lunchtime, we have a really special performance. Montana's own Stephanie Quayle will be coming in from Nashville, and she'll be performing for us free at lunchtime, which is a real
Wow.
treat. Yeah, we're excited to have her. So she'll share a little bit about her story. Um, Chief Dunlap from Senator Sheehy's office, who handles a lot of the claims issues and challenges within the VA. He'll be there to speak. Command Sergeant Major DeBoo, who is the command senior enlisted for our Montana National Guard, will be there. And also, we'll have John Tabb, who runs the Montana 988 program, which is, of course, a resource number where folks can call out if they're just struggling or needing some guidance on where they can go for some help. So
So,
a lot of good
Vic-
things. Go ahead.
Victoria, I kind of have a question. So it sounds like you have music. It sounds like you have food. It sounds like you have guest speakers. Are there also going to be booths that people can visit? Like, do you have vendors?
Yes, well, the vendors are the care providers and the
Okay.
Mounted Patrol, by the way. So you'll get to
Okay.
see horses as well, and the Ham Radio Club from the American Legion, which is part of the county's emergency communications. But the
Right.
tables will be set up directly with either employers or the care providers who run the programs that can help them. So home care with our aging population. Many people still don't know that the VA will help with home care, either bringing somebody in or even in some cases being a family member, be your care provider. So there's all kinds of programs. We want to make sure there's direct access. There's a little bit of history. The Rocky Mountain Museum will be there with a big display and information on our special forces history there with the Devil Brigade out of Helena.
Okay.
And yeah, just a great day. Some amazing raffle prizes. Montana Knife Company supported, and our Evans Ace Hardware. So definitely want them to come in and win a prize, have a great lunch, and communicate with each other. We'll have
Okay.
tables
Now
there.
I'm assuming this is free.
It is free, and it is a
Okay.
community event. This is not
Okay.
just for our veterans. It's for everybody to kind of get to know them, spend some time talking to them, because the one thing we have found is most important is connection. People need connection, and a lot of our veterans are alone. They're in home care facilities, and just knowing that someone still cares and is there for them. Thus, our motto, which is "We've got your six in the 406," meaning
Okay.
we're with them. We're with them on the journey, and we're part of the fabric to support them.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for all that you do for our veteran community. And I hope your event goes great on Saturday.
Yes,
Thank you,
thank you
sir. We're
so much.
excited.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for having us.
And we did get clarification on the poker ride, just to digress a little bit. It's horses and bikes, no motorized.
Okay. So you were right about the horses. That's
Yeah.
unreal.
I mean, poker ride, right? What?
Well, I would do it, except for I don't have a bicycle.
Oh, what do you have? You have a horse, though. You told me you
Yeah.
did.
I
And he's
have
got a name.
Thunder,
Yeah.
and I could ride in the poker run. Who is our next guest?
Awesome. So yeah, we are bringing up Robin with Bitterroot Mommy and Me. Welcome, Robin.
Good morning, Robin.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So tell us about your Celebrate Life Montana fundraising banquet.
Awesome. Yeah. So this is our third annual Celebrate Life Montana fundraiser, and this will support our work right here in the Valley for Bitterroot Mommy and Me, which is our local pregnancy center. We're excited. I just actually got a text last night. We're going to be joined by Mountain String Ensemble this year. We have 5 violinists coming with some gorgeous music. We're going to have amazing food. We're going to have Senator Teresa Manzella giving us a legislative update, and that pertains to our legislative side, Montanans for Life, which this also supports. And then our guest speaker will be Frank Pavone from Priests for Life. So looks to be a fun evening. We're going to have gun raffles and door prizes and all sorts of fun. There's a kids program, so it's family friendly. Bring the kids, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, and so is this a ticketed event or is this free?
This is a ticketed event. It is our fundraiser, so
Okay.
that is the reason for that. You can
How
find
much are tickets?
Tickets are $50 per person.
Okay. Is that including children?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Okay. And then what kind of food can we expect?
Romeo's is catering, so we've got some wonderful Italian food that night, and yes, there will be gluten-free options. We're looking at a lovely chicken Alfredo dinner with all the trimmings.
Oh, nice. That'll be delicious. And so this is going to be on June 27th. So we've got about a month, and it's from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock at the Ravalli County Fairgrounds Farmers State Bank Event Center. And click the QR code if you'd like tickets. And is there a phone number to call if people need to talk to you?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I will give that to Dawn in the chat, and she can
put it in the chat.
How's
All
that?
right. Well, I hope your banquet goes well, and come back as it gets closer to talk about it again.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Robin.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, so we are going to head into actually just across the street, crossing down the street from Bitterroot Mommy and Me to Direct Source. Welcome, Casey, with Direct Source.
Good morning.
Hi, Casey. Good morning.
Hi, Dominic. Good morning. Thanks for having me on today.
You're welcome. Yeah, tell us what you got going on.
So we are Direct Source. We do cabinets, countertops, design. We are locally owned and operated, and we are the third location. We have a location in Missoula, one in Kalispell, and one here in Hamilton. We are very relationship-focused company. We encourage everyone that works here to be involved in the community, especially in the local building industry. And so I serve on the BBIA board. I am the secretary, and we do events all the time. We do events here at Direct Source, so we are very outreach focused and love being involved locally.
So what is Nails and Ales? What can we expect on May 28th?
Yeah, so Nails and Ales, with the BBIA, the Bitterroot Building Industry Association, we realized we do an event every single month, but we realized that we didn't have some sort of social aspect where we could get together and network, besides these major events. We had a bowling event last week, and so we decided to do, excuse me, an after hours once a month get together, and different businesses that are involved in the BBIA are going to host for us. And also here with Direct Source, excuse me, I'm a little tired today. Also here, once a month, we hold a builder appreciation lunch. So all of the builders and installers and contractors that we work with, we, once a month, they come and we feed them. So that's a lot of fun.
Okay, so nails and ales. I know what ales is. Is this framing nails or fingernails?
Framing nails.
Okay,
No
I was gonna
fingernails at all.
say. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Paul Beck is gonna go down and get a manicure. So bring your framing nails, and then you're gonna provide the ales. Is this a free event?
It's a free event. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, we are going to be putting it out in the chamber newsletter, also in the BBI newsletter. Well, they've been out, I believe, advertising for this. So
Okay.
this Thursday from 5 to 7 ish, however long we want to go. But
Okay.
usually is a great turnout. It's a really good opportunity for like the builders to meet the people that drill wells, and just a lot of networking that can be done. So
Okay, and I know there's a lot of building going on in the Bitterroot Valley. Everybody wants to move here because of a show that we will not mention for copyright reasons. But lots of building going on, and we appreciate you coming on the show. And make sure you come back next month to tell us about your event that you'll have in June.
Follow up. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Stacy.
Right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Have a good event. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Okay. We also we had a couple more guests, but but for some reason they couldn't show up. So we're gonna just talk about this one here. It's the Bitterroot Dance. Is it club dance class? Yeah.
Okay.
Bitterroot Dance class. Starting June 8th at 9 a.m. There's several locations around the valley. Collective. There we go. Bitterroot Dance Collective. Yeah, I don't have little girls, so I've never had them in dance before. Sorry.
I thought it meant bring Dawn cheese. Summer dance classes.
I love cheese.
So they've got June 8th and 9th. It says several locations throughout the valley. So it sounds like, do we know what kind of dance they're going to teach?
I don't.
Do they have a phone number or a website or a QR code?
Let me see if she gave me anything.
Okay.
No. Well, there is a phone number. Stacy at 406-544-0959. Hope she didn't mind me giving her number on around the route.
Yeah, I'm sure all the chat bots just picked it up, and she's going to get calls to extend her car warranty.
They're going to start spamming her for car warranty. But she was working on getting together a link or a website. So if we see that link or website, we'll just pop it in the chats later on.
Okay.
So other than that, that's kind of all we have going on today. But I know I'm going to kind of catch you off guard here, since we've got some extra time, because last week you forgot to do your poem.
I know, I've got it today.
You go.
But
I want to ask.
Yeah, and it is the Memorial Day poem.
Okay.
So are you ready for me to read it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so we just have to do like a preamble. So there's a very famous poem called Flanders Fields, and it's a poem about the graves and the battlefields and all that stuff. And so this poem, the poem that I wrote, features the poem Flanders Fields. And so you kind of have to know a little bit about that. But I call my poem Paper Poppies. And I think everybody knows you pin those paper poppies on your chest on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So it goes like this. The poetic verse in Flanders Fields, penned by John McCrae, though written in 1915, its words still ring true today. He writes of poppies blowing in row upon row of crosses that mark the final resting places of our wartime losses. He writes of larks flying, all singing bravely and full of cheer, above guns sounding off, cutting down those close enough to hear. He writes of those dead, and it is they who tell the poem's tale. A plea, hold high the torch, fight the foe, keep faith without fail. For if we break that faith, though the poppies grow, they shall not sleep. And now it's with our paper poppies we show the faith we keep. Since his poem, much time has passed, and many more wars have gone by. There are more graves now where these brave heroes will forever lie. The poet writes of the dead. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunlight glow, loved and were loved. And I say, still loved, we'd like those dead to know. It's with paper poppies pinned neatly to our collars and chests that we remember and honor those lying 'neath larks' nests. Arlington, Alexandria, Fort Leavenworth, and Crown Hill, Lexington, Jefferson Barracks, Fort Gibson, and Fayetteville. There are many more cemeteries, too many to mention, and even the smallest sites to honor is our intention. For who can place a value on a father, son, or brother, and likewise a value on a daughter, sister, or mother? The torch is ours to hold high and light every last resting place, and in our hearts, minds, and souls, hold our dead in a fond embrace. We wear paper poppies with devotion that never wields to remember our fallen in each form of Flanders fields.
I
There you
love
have
that
it.
one. That's a
Thank
great
you.
one.
It was
So
hard to write.
it
I had to do a
was,
lot of research.
it's emotional for sure.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you, have you been to Douglas Monroe's grave yet? Speaking
I have
of,
not. Where is he buried?
he's just buried as, let me see if I can say this town right. Cle Elum in Washington. It's
Oh, okay. I've been to Cle Elum. I didn't know he was buried there. Next time I go
him
there, I'll
and his
go.
mom.
So people need to know Douglas Monroe. At least when I was in the Coast Guard, he was the only Medal of Honor recipient, and they taught us that we're friends with the Marines because Douglas Monroe was on a what kind of, it was like a boat, like a, not a life-saving boat, but like a gunboat, and he was
Yeah.
laying down cover fire to get these Marines off the beach in Vietnam. And as they drove away, a stray bullet struck him and killed him. And my nephew graduates from the Marine boot camp next week, and I'm writing him a letter to tell him about Douglas Monroe and how the Marines and the Coast Guard are friends. So there's a little bit of Coast Guard trivia for everybody. Everybody knows Dawn and I were in the Coast Guard, right? I think people need to know that.
Should. So. If you haven't by now, you will. You do now. And just to add that to that just a little bit, since we're doing Memorial Day, right when after Douglas Monroe died, his mother joined the Coast Guard with this under the spars.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and she had she was a hero in herself, and so they're both buried in Cle Elum, Washington, in a very small town. The Chiefs Academy, or the Chiefs over in Washington, for their initiations, they get to go and paint the cannons by their graves. So we've been past it and stopped and paid our respects to Douglas Monroe and his mother a few times driving past.
Well, yeah, I would like to go. I would like to go there. And I would like to go there when the Chiefs are painting cannons so I can talk to them about holidays, because that's all the Chiefs ever talk to me about, my painting. And I'm not talking about time off. A holiday is a mistake in your painting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was another great show. Everybody come back next week, and we'll have more for you on Around the Route with Dawn and Dominic.
See you next week.